Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with the puzzle that I decided to use to call the end to my puzzle hunt. I was looking around for something that would be appropriate for an end, and I remembered that in November I helped Wyrm when I tested a puzzle of his called Coming Around to a Nice Ending. And I thought that was an appropriate puzzle to use, and I've never done a puzzle by Wyrm on my channel before. This was a puzzle that was created to celebrate Rank's 69th live stream, which was done, I think it was in mid-December, and Wyrm was the special guest on that live stream. So there was a 69 theme around it, and because it was the 69th live stream and Wyrm was going to be the guest, so he set a puzzle. And this was one of those puzzles. Or this was the puzzle that he set, sorry. And yeah, so what we've got here is the puzzle coming around to a nice ending, which I figured would be a nice ending to my first puzzle hunt. On the puzzle hunt, one of the things I've decided to do today is to explain how the riddle worked. This seemed to confuse a lot of people. A lot of people didn't like it, and I kind of expected that to be the case, which is why I did a hint after one day, another hint after another day, and after the third day of the 7 days, I just released the answer so people could jump straight to the puzzle for people who didn't like it. From, I would say most of the feedback, about 80% of the people thought that the riddle was really cool. And then a few people turned around and said, wasn't really my thing. And I'm sorry about that. I probably won't do another riddle like that for my next few, or anything like that. I'm not very good at riddles, but I thought this one might be a bit of a fun journey. Maybe I was wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and explain that now. There's probably going to be some edit points if I get the window setups and everything wrong as I do this. Okay, so temporarily above me, I've put the actual riddle, and to over there, I've put just a Google window where people can find it. So the first hint I gave was in relation to the first part of the riddle, and some people took exception to me calling it a riddle. That's okay, we'll get to that in a moment. So the phrase which was in music, in between music, was she's buried at Trinity Church near you. And the first hint I gave was pay attention to what I'm wearing. This is a Hamilton shirt. But you can, if you're not worried about that, if you go to Google and you put in she's buried at Trinity Church near you, it actually comes up. And you'll get a few different results. And the first result you get to is a Twitter post. But there's other ones which include genius.com lyric posts, which is about a song called from Hamilton called Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story. But if we go to this first one, what we get is a photo of Alexander Hamilton's gravesite, and that's what the song is referring to. If we go to the song "Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story," the line is talking about Hamilton's wife's sister and the fact that she is buried at Trinity Church near Alexander Hamilton, and it's also where Eliza and Philip are buried. So what this clue was supposed to be pointing you towards is where the family was buried at Trinity Church in New York. So that's all that clue was supposed to be pointing you to. Basically, you will find Alexander Hamilton's gravesite. So the next part of the clue we've got is what 3 words will lead you to the correct location? And if you look, and the second hint I gave is why is what 3 words is in red? Why is the 3 not spelled out? And why is the W not capitalized? That is not something that I would normally do. I am normally, not that you would know this, but I told you it's not something that I would normally do. And once again, if we go back to our Google search and we put in what 3 words, we get the top result is a simple way to talk about location. And what 3 words is a way of pinpointing locations on Earth very, very precisely, down to 3 meters squared using just 3 words. And if we go to what 3 words, and accept all of its cookies and everything, because this is an incognito window and it doesn't think we've been here before, there's a couple of ways of getting here. We could go to Trinity Church in New York, which is where that was, and a little bit of research will get you there. And if we go to Trinity Church in New York and we look in, there is this thing here, Alexander Hamilton's gravesite. And you can just click on that. And these three words, zones, trend, scans, are the three words specific to that exact location in the world. There are three words breaks up the entire planet, every location in the world, to three specific words. And those three words in that order mean that 3 meter square right there, Alexander Hamilton's gravesite. And those three words were the answer to the riddle. You could find it out literally by going to what three words and typing in Alexander Hamilton gravesite. And that might have been Hamilton's gravesite. And that would have taken you straight here as well. Zones, trend, scans, the answer to the riddle. And putting that in with the fixed, because I made a mistake, at the end of a tiny URL address will have taken you straight to the puzzle. So that is how you were to figure this one out. It was not, this is an age of the internet, and I figured that using the internet to solve something, a little bit of research is kind of what I was hoping that people would do. I sent this to a few different people who both knew and didn't know Hamilton, and did and didn't know puzzles and everything like that. And most of them got it. So yeah, I thought it was good and okay to put out there. I won't do it again or anything like this again for a while, and we'll see how it goes. So thank you everyone for giving it a shot. A lot of people did get it, so I don't think it was too horrible. Anyway, we'll go back to the puzzle. Okay, so now it's time to look at the puzzle, and this is coming around to a nice ending by Wyrm. So there's a few rules in place. First of all, normal Sudoku rules. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Thermos. Digits along thermos must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. This will be higher than this. This will be higher than this. Same for all thermos. Ratio pairs. Cells separated by a black dot must have a 1 to 2 ratio. Not all dots are given. And then there is the rule that was put in this puzzle to celebrate Rank's 69th stream. Somewhere read horizontally, there will be exactly 169, and somewhere read vertically, there will be exactly 169. Not more than one, not less than one. And with that, this puzzle is solvable. Let's give it a shot. So the most obvious place to start is with these ratio dots. So we know that the ratio dots are limited to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. You cannot use 3 or 6 when there is a chain of 3 that see each other. And we know that the middle of a 3-cell chain must be 2, 4, which will mean that these are 1, 2, 4, and 8. There's a 2, 4 pair here, so these aren't the 2, 4, and that means that they'll have to go 1, 2, 4, or 8, 4, 2. So we can take 1 and 8 out of those, and we get 2, 4 pairs. That is surely, particularly that one, is going to put pressure on this. So I'm going to do my normal trick of putting maximums on thermos and then working up to the maximum. That can be 6. That can be 5, that can't be 4. Oh, that has to be 3 and 1. So this is 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. There are 4 ratio dots seeing that one, so that has to be a 3, 6 pair. The 2 and the 4 are fully taken up in those columns, so that has to be a 2, 4 pair. And that's going to put incredible pressure on this. So I'm going to do my normal trick of put the maximums on. 9, 8, 7. That can't be 6, so that could be 5. That can't be 4 or 3 or 2. That's a 1. That can't be 2, 3 or 4. That's a 5. That can't be a 6. That's a 7. That's an 8. That thermo is fully resolved. And all that's missing from that box is a 9. That 9 is looking down. That's an 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Well, that's nice, coming around to a nice ending. There is only 3, 5, and 6 missing from that column, which is not giving us anything. So which thermo looks like it's under the most pressure now? Can't tell. I think it's probably this one. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 4, 6, 7, 5, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. That was not the place to look. Oh, no, it would definitely be this one because of that 9 means that has a maximum of 8, 7, 6, 4. No, it can't be 4. That's 3. That's 2. That's 1. So I can take 1 out of there, which takes 2 out of there, 3 out of there, 4 out of there, 5 out of there. So anyway, finishing this off. 3, 5 and 6 because there's a 4. 6 and 7, 7 and 8. Okay. 4 has to be in one of those two now because 4 and 4 looking at that 4. This is a very quick start to this puzzle. But where to look now? I'm wondering if there's any, is it called chaining? So where an effect on a thermo from putting an extreme on it will put pressure on another digit, which will cause a conflict. So for example, if this is a 7, this has to be a 6, this has to be a 5, and is that going to cause an issue? I've solved this puzzle so many times, but it was months ago and I do not remember. Ah, here we go. If this is a 4, that's a 3, and that's a 2, that would be a 4, 2, and that cell would be broken. Cannot put a 4 there. And then that's a 7 there. Can't put a 7 there anymore. So all of the thermos are now down to 2 candidates. This is the most restricted box. That 1 means 1 can't go there. That 1 means 1 can't go there. That's a 1. Which puts pressure on 1 in this. 1 must go there, which puts 4 there. Four is now in one of those two. Wait a minute. 4. 4 now has to go in one of those two, which means that's the 2 and that's the 4. 2 is now in one of those two. Huh. So there's this 5, 6 pair. So this column, so I need to put, I've got 1, I've got 2, 3. That's the only place for 3. So this 3 means I can't put 3 in any of those. That can't be a 3 because it's above 3 on a thermo. They can't be 3 because they're above forced 3s on a thermo. That's a 1, and that can't be a 3 because of that 3. That's a 3. That's a 2. That is not a 2. 4 is now in one of those. That's a 4. So this is whatever digit doesn't go on that thermo. 6 now must be in one of those two because of the 3, 6 pair. So this is either 6, 7, 8, 9 or 5, 6, and then this will be a 7, 8, 9. That 4 puts 4 into there. This row maybe has a lot of digits in it. I'm missing 3, 5, 6, and 9. So, well, there's 3, 5, 6 here. That's now a 9. And this is 3, 5, and 6. And I must put a 3 in there. 9, 9 looking down. I must put 9 in one of those two. I don't think I'm ready for the 6, 9 rule yet, because until, like, this could be a 6, 9, this could be a 6, 9, that could be a 6, 9, that could be a 6, 9. Until I've got some pressure on them, I'm not sure what I can do. So 1 is in one of those two. I've got to put 8 over here as well. So 8 is in one of those two. There hasn't been any pressure on these yet, which is odd. This is a quadruple. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 9. Well, that's not a 9. That's not a 7. That's not a 6. Well, that's completely unhelpful. Sorry, twos. I'm still getting used to my new office setup and I don't like the microphone position. Twos in box 4. So 2 is eliminated from there, 2 is eliminated from there, 2 can't go there. That is a 2. So now 2 has to go in one of those two. Similar here, 2, 2, that must be a 2, which means that is a 2. 2 now goes up here and it must go right there. Can I do more with 2s? I've now just got this, not there, X-wing on 2s. If I could get this 1, 8, that would do a lot of damage. Well, 1 must go in there. One must go in there. So what have I got here? So this is 1, 3. This is a 1, 4 pair. So that's the 3, that's the 9. There is no 3 there. That is not a 3. So this being a 1, 4 pair, actually this is now a known triple. There's no 3 there. So this is the 3. This is a 5, 6 pair. So this is a known triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. That, why do I have 8 marked into those two? Why do I have 8 marked into those two? Because 8 can't be there and 8 can't be there. Because 8 can't be there, 8 has to go in this row. It can't be there and it can't be there. So those two have to be the 8. And now I know 8 can't be there because 8 has to go here. This is the 8. This is not the 8. This is a 5, 6. And it can't be the 6. This is the 5. This is the 6. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, 8, 9 go in here. And that's not 9 or 8. So this is 4 or 7. That's not 4. That's a 7, 8, 9. That is a 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 7. So that's a 1, 7 pair. So that's the 6, that's the 5. This is a 7, 8, 9. That 1, 7, that 1, 4 resolves it. That's the 7 and that's the 1. Wait, that's a 6, 9. Bam! That can't be a 6. Because if that was a 6, I would have a second 6, 9 horizontally. So this is a known pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7, 8. And I've now got another known pair, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 5 and 6. This gives me a 5, 6 pair in this row, so that's not a 6. That's a 3, 7, 9 triple, so this is a 6. That's not a 6. This is a 7, 8 pair. That's a 3. That is not a 3. So this now has to be 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, this is 5 or 6. This is not 3. This is a 7, 9 pair. Hang on, did I just get that wrong? No, it was a 7, 8 pair that got me the 3. Yep, this is also a 7, 9 pair. This is 5 or 6. So what are these? 1, 7, 8, 9 in here. So this is 7, 8, 9. And that's 1, 7, 8, 9. That's not great. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 9. That's not 3. So 3 is in here. This is a 3, 5, 6 triple, which I already had because of that. That's completely unhelpful. I've gone digit blind. Oh, that 5 is looking down. That's a 6. So that's a 7. That's an 8. That 8 makes that a 7. That an 8. That 7 means that is not a 7. 7 is in one of those two. The 6 makes that a 5 and that a 6. That 8 makes that the 1. What did I just do? So this is the 1. So this is the 2, this is the 4. So this is the 2, this is the 4, this is the 8. That 4 makes that the 1 and that the 4. I've done all of those now. These are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. Well, that can't be 5, so I've got an 8, 9 pair. So that becomes the 5. That becomes the 9. There is no 9 there, so that's a 3, 5 pair. This is also a 3, 5, 6. Hang on. There's no 9 here. That's a 7, 8 pair, so that's the 9. This becomes a 7, 8 pair, and that 8 there resolves it. That's the 7. That's the 8. That's the 7. This has to now be 8 or 9, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8 or 9. That 9 makes that the 8, that the 9, that the 8. So this becomes 7 or 9. The 7, 9 pair. 1, 2, this needs to be a 3 for either the box or the row. This box is now just missing 5 and 6. That 5 makes that a 6 and that a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 7. That's a 9. That's a 1. That 9 makes that a 7 and that a 9. And now I've got a final deadly pattern, which is going to be resolved by the fact that I need a vertical 6, 9. Do I have one? 6, 1, 6, 8, 6, 5. No, 6, 2 and 6, 2. So I don't have one yet, so I need to make one. So I've already got an 8, 9, so I need a 6, 9. That needs to be a 6, making that a 6, 9. So that becomes a 3. The 3 makes that a 5, and that a 3, and the 5 makes that a 6, and that a 5. And that is coming around to a nice ending. So that both ends the puzzle and it ends my puzzle hunt. So anyone who submits their answer to my puzzle hunt after this video has come out will not be eligible for going in for the prize, which was the enthralling Sudoku packs by Ashish Kumar. So sorry about that, but the post is still on my Patreon and the puzzle is still there. I may do a solve video for the puzzle later. I'm not sure yet, but if you wish to do the puzzle, that's great. Anyone who sends the puzzle in the next couple of days, I'm actually planning on doing a scrolling announcement in an upcoming video of everyone who solved it, and I'll put you in as a latecomer. I'm perfectly happy to do that if you wish to. I think people who solve puzzles or who want to contribute will do it. I'll do that, but that'll come out at the end of the month, so you'd need to get in the next couple of days for that, literally couple of days, probably 24 hours before I make that video, so you would need to do it quick. But I'll keep the puzzle there, and yeah, please feel free to give it a shot, because the feedback on the puzzle itself was incredibly positive. So yeah, good luck with that. Thank you everyone for watching my channel. I hope you enjoyed this puzzle. Thank you, Wyrm, for giving me permission to do it. And everyone, good luck with your solving.